What's happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. Well, as you guys all know, HBO has officially rejected the Jesse Vargas and Manny Pacquiao fight to be broadcast on HBO pay-per-view. And apparently they were not happy about the selection of the opponent for Manny Pacquiao. And by paper, this fight is not good. Now, I'm not saying that this fight cannot be good, but on paper, based on paper, it doesn't look good. And the other factor that you have to take into account is that Jesse Vargas, particularly, has never been a very impressive fighter. The only fight that he actually looked pretty impressive in was against his last fight against Saddam Ali to capture the WBO welterweight title. Now, for those out there who's been making countless videos about this is going to be a great fight, this is going to be a good fight, Jesse Vargas is a champion, so this fight makes sense. Well, apparently HBO doesn't think so. So that's the reason why they refused to broadcast it on HBO pay-per-view, which pissed off Bob Arum, and they took it a step further by releasing Manny Pacquiao from his contract. But, however, according to a certain source at HBO, they said that even though Pacquiao has been released from his contract, he's not exactly a free agent, according to what Bob Arum is disputing. So, the latest reports have indicated that Bob Arum is so upset that he's trying to sell Pacquiao to other networks like Turner Sports, ESPN, and Showtime. Now, the Showtime, that's a bit murky there because from my understanding, Top Rank, or Bob Arum by that matter, has had a very, very, very strange, not say strange, a very, very deteriorated relationship over the recent years. So, but hey, Showtime is in it for the business. We all know boxing is business, quote unquote. So if the money is right, the dollars make sense. Well, if the dollars are right, it makes sense, I should say. So, yeah, there you have it right there. But it is kind of, there's another point that I have to make out here regarding the pay-per-view situation. I know Fight Critic had put out a very good video on it. I suggest you guys check it out. Pay-per-view has really took a very, very big dive, a very big hit after the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight that took place last year in May. There is a consensus that says that that fight was very, very just terrible, and it was a very disastrous fight. Which set the pay-per-view format back for a very very long time, and it set it so far back to the point that streaming has increased. People are just fed up with the sport of boxing right now because you have to understand, looking at the cost of that pay-per-view, it was like, Jesus Christ, it was so outrageous, but yet it broke a lot of records. And fans had left with the impression, is like, look, if this is the best they got to offer in boxing, then I'm not going to watch it. So yeah, Hardcrest is going to continue to buy pay-per-views because they're a fan of the sport. But you have to also understand that the reason why boxing exists today is because of the casuals. Even though we can criticize casuals as long as we want to, but the facts remain, and this is the honest truth, guys, that without the casuals, boxing does not exist. Boxing is not a billion-dollar empire as it is today without casuals. That's a fact. So if you can't satisfy the casuals, then boxing is not going to make it. It's going to take a hit on from a revenue standpoint. So yeah, it's unfortunate that Manny Pacquiao has been dropped by a network that he's been so dedicated to for so many years, for almost 2 decades. So, Jesse Vargas and Manny Pacquiao fight. I mean, it's still scheduled for November 5th, but as far as which network is going to pick it up, yeah, that's yet to be told. But, hopefully we'll get an answer in a few, maybe a week or so. We should get an answer on this. And hopefully this whole dust settles here. So, yeah. Yeah. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Care to comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.